Welcome back, generals, to another Let's Fix Generals 0 hour to make the best game ever. Okay, so what do we need? We need a command prompt, and we will continue where we stopped last session. It is creating more CMake scripts for the tools. Where are them? Where are they? Here. Hold on. Does it mean there is a set of tools in generals? Oh. Okay. So there's tools in generals and then the same copy of tools in 0 hour. How big are these? 40. Good. Then go to tools. What do we do next? How about image packer? How about that? I will do image packer next. Okay, so I will just copy this over here to image packer, and then let's open it in. No, we just hold on. In Visual Studio Code, maybe we need to download some CMake coloring, because of course in here you need to download everything as a single plugin, right? It doesn't come bundled with anything. Okay, where's extension here? Extension for, maybe it should be like a general thing, like code style. I don't know. Code highlights. I don't know. How would the plugin like this be called? CMake highlights. I don't know. What does this do? CMake syntax highlighting. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Let's disable the auto install. It's not verified. Okay. Not verified. There's a lot of CMake thingies here. I'm surprised that this one has 43 million downloads, but there's a huge typo in the description of this plugin, which doesn't really yield trust, but somehow there was enough to garner 43 million downloads. Interesting. It looks exactly the same as the other one here, but they have different authors. Yeah, I don't trust these plugins. Probably, I don't know. Let's open it in our trusty Notepad++. There we go. Good. So we got this. So what do we have? We have include. We need another cmd cd the what was this command? Oh boy. List file batch list files in directory. There we go. This one here. dir/b/a-d. Yeah. Everyone knows, right? Good. So we take this guy. Okay. So that is all the headers. And boom, that's not good. Let's put this here, and then we put the includes. Okay, there we go. Okay, got the includes. Next, source. Let's do cd source and the command. There we go. We take these guys here, and then we have these guys. Cd window procedures and lists. There we go. And oops. All right, so we got that, and this one. Okay. Da-dum. Da-dum, 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 dum, 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 dum. Good. That looks plenty. Then we call this image packer source. There we go. This will be image packer Win32 image packer. There we go. Da, 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 da. Okay, resource. Let's see. Resource image packer. Yeah. Ta-da. To me, it looks like if this is the name here, then the executable should probably also be called like that, no? Image packer. Yeah, I think so. Let's put this. Let's also edit this in GUI edit. Let me also put the node to OmniBlade. I think we should name the tools by how the RCs are written. Same capitalization. Yeah, let's use the same capitalization here. By the way, we can probably speed up our compile times by that's the wrong project, by the way. Let's open game code, select, and we go to one of these. I'm not sure. We can probably not build this one here. Yeah. I think we can take this out. Maybe we get faster compile speed then. Yeah. Okay, so what we want to do is we go to cd generals cd build / VS6. No? Oh, hold on. cd/d, there we go. And that, and then we need our command here. This one here. Yeah. Let's see. Nope. Okay, it's probably an error in the CMake we are currently editing, this one. Or this one. Maybe. Huh. What is the problem? CMake error. Line 34. Well, it doesn't tell us which file. It just says it errors. What did we break now? Let's take a look at our history. GUI edit. This seems to be fine. I'm not sure. Maybe it's a problem that we removed this one here. No. What is the problem? I don't understand. Tools. We didn't even add the new target, right? Yeah, can make it lowercase on Linux, but I think Windows users are used to the original names. So a world builder would look strange when it was always world builder. Good. Then let's see. So we want this to not error. Yeah. Why is it erroring? I don't understand. CMake error 34 project. Where is this project? Man, what did I break now? I didn't touch anything. I didn't do anything. Why is it break? I don't understand. What is this project thing? What is this? Man. Configuring incomplete. Fatal error. Okay, then let's go up. And then we punch in this here again. Also doesn't work. CMake error. There's some error at line 34. This one doesn't have it. 34. No. This one is not even opened. I don't understand. Okay, let's stash this just to make sure. Still doesn't work. If something is fundamentally broken somehow. Huh. Yeah. Configuring incomplete. Okay, what about if we clear the build folder? We just say delete, yeah. Huh? Okay. So we delete it. Let's see what happens now. Also doesn't work. CMake error. Oh, I see. I know what the problem is. Right. Okay, let's delete this again. We rename this back. Yeah. And then we... Right, I forgot to run this one here. Oh, yeah. Oh, boy. There we go. There we go. Now it should work. No? There we go. Okay. And fatal error. Okay. CD build VS6. There we go. Yeah, I think it's better if we you have the capitalization in the Windows tools, because everyone is used to these, right? I hope people agree. Typically, to me, on Windows at least, it looks weird when there's like lowercase, just everything lowercase. It looks weird. I'm a fan of the camel case. It looks good. Makes it easier to read. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Build target 0 hour. Did it build the tools? Huh? Doesn't look like it. It built 0 hour, but not tools. Hmm. Or we make it lowercase everywhere, as you say. Let's think about it. Good. Yeah. So I don't understand why it built 0 hour now, but not the tools. That is a mystery to me. So if we remove this file, what does it do? Surprised. Generals MD. Yeah, I don't understand why it's not building the tools. I really don't understand. We didn't change anything from the last session. Or did we? Like that, nothing has changed. And it doesn't build the tool. Why? Why would it behave like this? I don't understand. I don't know. Why? It makes no sense. It was working perfectly fine last time we used it, and it built the tools, and now it doesn't build the tools anymore. What is this? What changed? What changed? The tool is here. I should build it. Or not. I don't understand. Oh. I know why. Because this one is not commented out anymore. Okay, and what role does this play then? And probably because we renamed this. Okay, hold on. Let's revert this file. Let's go to this here one. Add subdirectory. What was the name? Let's open a new folder. There we go. Generals MD, codes, tools, and image packer. There we go. Good. So we say image packer, generals MD, image packer. So that's the capitalization. There we go. Put it in here and in there. Good. This should work. Okay. Actually, no, it won't work because actually it would. Okay, how about we make this actually lowercase, like OmniBlade has in most of the things, and you can still decide if we make it lowercase or uppercase. I'm not so sure anymore. There is something to say about everything being lowercase. It's then super simple to just refer to everything as being lowercase. But yeah, I don't know. Good. Let's try to build it. And yeah, I wish it was faster. Yeah. Okay, how about we clean up here a little bit? It's getting a bit much. We can remove this. I don't know what that is. Close. So many junk files here opened. Oh, we will get it down here. It's okay. We will get it down. There we go. Oof. No. Right. No. No. We don't care. Go away. Go away. Yeah. Man, so much work went here into the into the Okay, well, we cleaned it up quite nicely already. But there's more. My gosh, how many files do I have open here? That's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. We take our good time. Okay, let's see if we have complete the build. Yeah, okay. It built image packer already. How did it do that? That's surprising. Let's see. Okay, but now the question is, did we perhaps put something too much in there? Let's open a DSP here. Let's see. So this one uses, let's go to release. Yeah. Let's take these guys. So, okay. Game engine, device, benchmark, WinSock. I don't understand why we don't need to specify all of them. It seems weird. What if imagine we have to specify all here? Yeah. Huh. It stopped. Okay. Yeah, so somehow this works. Debug help. Maybe we can remove this one. Maybe we can remove that. And this one. Yeah. Let's see if that compiles. Okay, let's clean up more here. So and remove that and that. This help. Okay, damage, yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. Korean. I don't know what these nodes are. Okay, these look like still maybe relevant things here. Yeah, I was doing something here a long time ago. Okay, I think that is somewhat clean up. Okay, so it still built it. Okay. Then what about we remove some more stuff? Let's see. So we got this. How about we? That's okay. So include directories. What about that one? Include directories. So resource. Yeah. Include this one. Okay, imagine include. What about libraries include? It's this one here. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I guess this is correct. Then we can remove these guys here. And then we remove this one. And what about this one here? libci, is this in here? No. Maybe we can image packer, link options. Maybe this we don't need. Yeah. Let's see. I'm tired. Okay, image packer has still built. That's good. So it is here. All right. Good. I don't know why the music has stopped. Let's try something else then. Looks like this has died. Interestingly. Good. Then next step. What do we do? We're done with image packer. Well, that was fast. Let's try the launcher. Well, I don't need to give OmniBlade an update because he said he leaves now. That's okay. Good. No, actually, launcher. Let's try texture compress. That looks really simple. Let's do that. We take image packer as our starting point. We do texture compress. We do edit. And we call it texture compress. Texture compress. Source. This doesn't have a resource. Got a resource.h. It does have a resource. Look at that. Okay, resource. There we go. I think we can likely remove this. Oops. Let's remove this here. Then let's in here. Image packer. What was it? Texture resource? Texture compress. Texture compress. Texture compress. With lowercase. go. All right, let's see. So we only need to add a resource.h and a texture compress.cpp. And that's it. Well, that's not much. Then we say, oh, hold on, there's the wrong file. Oh boy. Copy this and return it to that. Okay, let's go in here. There we go. You remove all this. Done. Good. So this is texture compress. But this program, yeah, I mean, this will have a dependency on some other tool, I guess. Yeah. Good, then we close this one here and we open this one. Yeah. There's some weird stuff here. Texture compress. Okay, it doesn't have any dependencies by the looks of it. What about this? Is this used there? libci? Nope. I can probably remove that as well. And let's see. So there are some libs here. Let's see. Oops. So we don't have this. Okay. Looks like we don't need any link libraries. What about the include folders? We don't need any include folders. Oh, this tool is very light. There's nothing going on here. I don't know if it's necessary to have these comments here. I mean, things are kind of self-explanatory. Like, I mean, can remove that. Yeah. Targets to build. There we go. Much cleaner. Comments are only useful if the code doesn't already tell what's going on. Then the comment is useful. Otherwise, if it just rephrases what the code already says, there's no point in adding the comment, right? Okay, let's see if it builds the image packer. No, it was not image packer. It was texture compress. Yeah. Oh, all right. And it's built. Great. Texture compress is done. Then let's do the next one. We take again GUI edit as our base. Let's do timing test. That also looks simple. Edit. No. Edit with notepads. There we go. So this one has weird choice of things in there. stdafx. .cpp. Yeah. Okay. So that is GUI GUI. Oof. Add executable. What is it? Timing tests. Yeah, timing tests. Good. We have that. Done. Do we have a resource? No. No resource this time. And this one's probably also obsolete. We can probably remove all that. And let's see about the rest. Move that. Somehow this doesn't work anymore here. Now it does. Okay, so let's open the DSP and we can see precompiled header. Yeah, that looks pretty standard. It looks like this won't need anything either. So you can probably remove these things and these things. So that looks pretty simple. Hold on. This should be timing tests. Timing test source. There we go. Let's see if that compiles. Yeah. Yeah. And it does. Texture compress. 100%. Okay, we're really doing good speed. Godspeed. Okay, next. Let's do version update. Let's take again GUI edit as our foundation. Version update. That also looks very simple. I very much appreciate that. Sorry about that. Yeah, some very small tools here. They're easy to do. Version update. Version update source. All right, put it down here. Let me say here version updates. Put that here and there. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. The file is version update. We already have it. All right. There we go. Actually, we could. That's okay. We'll leave it. Good. So we got this. Let's see the DSP for that. There we go. So here we are looking at not much. Yeah. So I guess we can delete this, this, and voila, it's done. Let's test it. Man, I just realized I'm tired. I don't know why. So tired. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. We haven't added those things, the timing test and the version update. Let's go to here. Man, do we really need all these comments here? It doesn't make sense. It's just called build the tools or build tools. And then we just put all these guys here one after another. I mean, it's obvious that let's use this comments. There we go. Good. So this one is timing test. And this one is version update. There we go. All right. Okay, so let's see if that compiles. Probably take a moment. While we wait, how about we take a look at GitHub repositories to see if there are any interesting open topics here that we can look at. Allow blank issues. Okay, that is much appreciated. That is very much appreciated. Huge change. This put a great upset. This gave me great upset today. I merged this change that added the issue template, but then I wasn't able to open. Then I wasn't able to open regular reports where I could add features and tasks. Then only I can put the issues in the issue section. I think the name is bad here. This one shouldn't be called issues. It should be called action items or something like this. Or, I don't know. I mean, actions doesn't make sense. That's already here. But it's something like work items, something like this. Because this is not just issues, right? So if you click on new issue here, you can, well, actually, let's go into an issue. So here there's a type. And a type there is bug, feature, and task by default. I guess this is configurable. Yeah. So maybe you could like remove feature and task and then it would only be bug. Yeah. But clearly the intent is here that the issue section is not just about issues. It can be about tasks, about features, and maybe about other things. Because here in these, I call them action items, you can assign owners. You can assign someone or yourself, right? And you can assign it to projects and milestones and build relationships, right? So it is not a discussion. Discussion is different. Discussion is when you're just talking about a subject, but it's not yet something that you can pick up and work on, right? That's a discussion. You just discuss something to discover work, right? But the issue section is for everything where you have like a specific goal in mind and you want to investigate something, implement something, test something like this, like a specific task to do something, right? And a bug fix is also a task, so to say, right? You investigate this bug report and you make a fix for it, which is also a task. So everything, maybe this should be called tasks instead of issues. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah, maybe I should be a GitHub designer. Yeah. Okay, let's see how far this got. Oh, we got some errors here. Oof. What is it? Time get time. Oof. In timing test. Time get time. What kind of library does it use? Time get time. Let's see. Time get time requires WinMM. Okay, interesting. That's for timing test. Then let's open that. Timing test. We go here. Target link libraries. Time. Here, timing test. Target link libraries. WinMM. And there we go. Just have it like that. Beautiful. Yeah, and there we go. All right. Yeah. WinMM. WinMM. Oh, we still got an error. Hold on, do we add it to? Oh, we added it to image packer. My gosh. Huh? Timing test here. Oh, I see. There's the error. Ugh. 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 Puh. Puh. Good. Let's see. What else interesting do we have here? How to get involved. Add ideas to contribute document. Let's see what's up here. If we're really talking debugging purposes only, then I think ImGUI is more than sufficient. I absolutely think like for debugging, ImGUI is perfectly fine. But you know, it also depends on what the people's preferences are. It's also a widely known and proven solution, and it's also actively maintained. And I think more people have experience with that. ImGUI can also be styled, if that is why RML UI is getting thrown into the mix. I don't know why we would need HTML, CSS support for debug UI. Yeah. Yeah. Personally, I would be perfectly fine with ImGUI. It works well. It's easy to use. Yeah. Okay, what other topics do we have here? Let's see. OmniBlade wrote something in here. Let's see. Added generals to the buildable targets. Changes are fix-ups, but are intended to be rebased back into earlier commits. Very good. Very good. Generals. Yeah. Maybe I should have taken those changes here first. OmniBlade can deal with it. Yeah. OmniBlade can do it. Good. Did he add the GUI edit from or not? Yeah, he did. Okay. Good. I think here we need to get rid of the space in this folder. That's really unholy. Yeah, that's really unholy. Okay, we still got problem. Timing test. Why is it complaining? It's here. WinMM. Unresolved external. There's another one. WinMain. Huh? What? Okay, what is that? Timing test, DSP. Maybe this com dialog thingy? Oof, I don't know. I don't know what is going on here. WinMain. We did have the com dialog and some others, right? Like no, com CTL. Ha. The problem is like, where is this coming from? This WinMain it doesn't really like unresolved external symbol. Huh? Did we maybe forgot including some file? Timing test, no. Files are there. It's probably some stupid reason. There's this thing here. Maybe. Let's take a look in there. Hold on. This one is empty. What about this one? Oof. anything going on there. What is the problem? It's probably some stupid reason. Let's look into the what is it called? Into the tool. What is it? Timing tests. Timing test CPP. What is in here? There's main. MM system. This is really a small tool. My gosh, they use the AS assembler. That's outrageous. Well, maybe it's not outrageous. Back in the day, all these people are hackers. Okay, I think this is just like it's. I think this is just a precompiled header or something. It's not required. I don't understand. I don't understand what the problem is. Timing test, SCD. There's a readme txt, but that one has been stripped. Huh. Looks like these tools were sanitized before they were shipped out. There was a readme here, and it's gone now. Or maybe it's just a wrong entry. That could also be, right? Yeah. But it looks like there was a readme at some point. Interesting. Yeah, would have been interesting. Yeah. What do we do? I have no idea. I don't know what's wrong with WinMain. It's clearly there. Let's run it one more time. Maybe it's just a fluke. I don't get it. The pain. Okay, do we have any other interesting topics here? Let's see. I think we have many interesting topics. So whenever we're bored, we can just look up something here. Sorry. I think it's really good when so many people are active. It means it really drives the discussions and discovery, right? I think that's really good. Could be more though. Could be more. So this one was merged, yeah. Rocket emojis. Yeah. It's good that DM Green is advancing all these localization fix PRs with the help of other people who help him review. But to me, it was a lot of stuff there, and there's a lot of time you can sink into these localization fixes. It really takes a lot of time to polish and get right, and you need to revisit and touch a lot of lines, thousands of lines. It's ridiculous how much work this is. Corrects wrong list being used. Let's see what's in here. Can you add this to the PR since directly related? Please remove the comments. I know, but when reading codes, it is useful. I mean, with blame, it would mean you first have to just like put it in there, right? So git blame. Shows what revision and author last modified each line of a file, right? So you specify a line, right? But it means you need to be explicit, or your editor I know, but when reading code, it is useful to see context. Not everyone. I don't know what to answer on this. Like not everyone uses a text editor that has like that shows like inline Git information. Someone may just use a simple text editor. Like most text editors I use, like Visual Studio, Visual Studio Code, Notepad, Notepad++, I don't have any Git integrations that show me information because it would just confuse me. I think it's simple enough to have comments above stuff that was touched so that we can see right then and there, okay, this one, it's in the code. And even if like Git would break down, it would still be in the code, right? It's like hard linked with a file. With Git, then it's dependent on Git to carry this information. But if it's in the file, then the file carries the information and it's much stronger binding, right? You have the guarantee that they are always coupled, right? And like when you're reading the code and you have some useful comments that say, okay, someone touched this and improved this, then it's right there and you see it, and then it can help you make connections. Like let's say you test the game and you see a bug that you have never seen before in the game, yeah, and then you say, okay, why does this happen? And then you look at the function where you see like the problem manifesting, and then you see that someone else has touched the code, and then you make this link. Someone else has touched this file. I see this comment here. Then let me look it up, because otherwise you may be like, oh, no one ever touched this function. Why is this broken though, right? So like if you see right away that someone touched it, then I think that's a much better thing. Yeah. Okay, we still have this linker error. Ugh, what is this? Win main. Why is win unresolved externals? Win main. What am I missing here? Main. Main. I have no idea. I don't know. It's probably again one of these stupid reasons. Error. Unresolved external symbol. Win main. Timing test. Ugh. Okay, let's revisit it later. I have no idea right now. Maybe later we have some good idea. Okay, but version update. It stops before version update now. Ugh. So it doesn't skip ahead. So we do need to fix it. Or we put it at the end of the list. Let me see. Win main. How about we do the following? We take this guy and we put it here into a search. There we go. Win main. Let's see. What should I do? Linker. Third change linker. Subsystem windows to console. That's a linker problem to console. Huh? T-win main. But it is just a main. You can change the subsystem to console and the error will go away. Entry main CRT. Oof. Main CRT starter. Okay, this one got the most upvotes. Subsystem console. Can we set this in CMake? Subsystem console CMake. this one here. Win32. Okay, what is this magic? What is this magic? So they say just add this here. Let's see if that works. That I have my doubts, but it doesn't hurt to try it. Yeah, but this doesn't look right. Let's keep on looking. So we can try this here. Win32. I don't know. Subsystem. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, it still doesn't work. Okay, how about we define this then? But that's weird. Entry. What the hell is that thing? Okay, so let's say it is Windows. Then we say target definitions. No? Oh boy. Target compile definitions. And then we take this image packer private this. I'm not sure if that's correct. Compile definitions. My target private. Yeah, okay, seems to be correct. Okay, let's see, what else do we have? Okay. Let's see. I mean, what we can do is we can talk about this in programmer meeting, and if there's strong opposition to putting comments into the code that help identify what's going on, then okay, we can skip it. But I advocate for doing this because I think in the long term it helps for everyone who's not familiar with our changes and can see what we touched. So, and I mean, if someone is really upset about it, then you can just remove them, right? Since we have the keyword here, this one is a keyword with which you can find all the comments that we add, then you could have a script and then you just purge them, delete them, right? So it's always easy to remove this, but it's hard to add it later. Like, let's say you're down 500 commits down the line, and then you say, it would have been nice if we had some documentation in there. Yeah, then it will be hard work and retroactively add all these things. But if you just like do it as you make your changes, then, you know, it's just there and hopefully helps someone. Won't help everyone, but helps someone. It helps me, for example, because every time I revisit stuff, it happens very often that you revisit the same code over again because there's something new found, right, in proximity. And then you look at the same thing again, and then it's good that you see, okay, I already touched this here. Maybe my touching wasn't so good, right? That could happen. Okay, we still have this error. I have no idea how to fix this. So what I will do now is I will simply put this timing test. I will put this here at the end to do linker error. Linker error. Yeah. Okay, let's test the other one. If the version update works at least. And let's continue with the next one. Let's do crcdiff maybe. And we go to GUI edits here. crcdiff. Oh, that's a lot. Let's see. So we're looking at crcdiff.cpp debug header and expander. Oh Jesus. Expander dot cpp dot h and key value pair kv pair cpp copy h and misc. Okay, then we remove all that. So that will be what is it, crcdiff. I'll put that down here. Then we have here crcdiff. There we go. There. Okay, it has no resource. Then we can remove that. Let's look at the DSP. There is nothing interesting here. Subsystem console. There it is. Yeah. Maybe we need to set this somehow. Subsystem console. Okay, I would assume that we can just remove this and all this. Yeah, let's see. So this would be crcdiff. Yeah. So that is here. crcdiff. There we go. All right, let's go. Okay, let's see what other interesting conversations do we have. Using the local player value in World Builder often triggers a mismatch. Well, that's interesting. This bug is a graphical glitch or error. Local player is quite useful because it allows defining the player without needing to reference a specific index. Player 0 to player 7. Yeah. well, don't use it. What do we have here? This limitation also applies when putting US vehicles in a train car. Oh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Good, let's see what the progress is. Okay, there is a problem. Hash map. Ah. Looks like we need STL port, no? Yeah. Let's get it. So we put here this target link library, crcdiff STL port hash map. Yeah, let's see. Mm-hmm. 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 Why? So his GitHub name is Lost Squirrel, but then he introduces him with another name. Well, maybe maybe he should have named himself Tarnished Knight then instead of Lost Squirrel. Yeah. Okay, so okay, we got it compiling. That's great. So only the hold on. No, crcdiff also fails. Okay, maybe it is about this console thingy. Yeah. How do we add this? Let's search for CMake Windows console app. Let's see. Maybe it shouldn't be Win32. Here, subsystem linker options. Aha. 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 What is this here? Okay, let's copy this. This one looks promising to me. Let's see. crcdiff. I wonder why is it like this? Yeah. Why is it not enough to just say if Win32? That I don't understand. Okay, so we remove this here. And then we add the same to this one, and let's hope for the best. Yeah. Let's ask Omniblade. Is it necessary to have this? Can we shorten that? Because it looks a bit unholy. Okay, I think there's a good chance that this will compile now. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Okay, what other interesting? Okay, let's see what he says. Perhaps one approach is to use a client-server model instead of peer-to-peer. We do that in bar. The idea is that simple server schedules simulation frames. Clients send their commands. The server ties the commands to the next available simulation frame and then sends simulation frame with all the associated commands to the clients. The clients can then execute the simulation frames. The solution has the following benefits. It scales with numbers of players, spectators, in linear complexity rather than exponential. Yeah, because they all talk to this one server. Yeah. The server keeps a history of simulation frames so spectators can connect after the match has started. That's great. Players can connect to a match if they desync. The server passes history and the player can catch up. Okay, wow. The server's history is also the replay, so you have a central repository of replays. Such a server is lightweight, it doesn't run the simulation. Huh. The sounds actually pretty good. Scales, yeah. The server keeps a history, yeah. Players can connect to a match. Yeah, what was my original idea here? Players broadcast their game state matches to a server. Broadcast may have configurable delay. The server is passive, it just collects the player match data. Yeah. Okay, so I had a different idea. He has more the idea of it also becomes like you can actually play on this. This one is more like it just collects data, but he actually say that it's essential for how they all communicate. Yeah. So as long as the server doesn't go down, everything is fine. Yeah. Yeah, I really like the concept here so far. Let me put a thumbs up here. That is an interesting idea as well. Yeah. What is bar? What is bar? Schedule sim frames. Client send their commands. Server ties the commands to the next available sim frame. Server's history is also the replay, so you have a central repository. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, I think it's a really good idea. This, yeah. I wonder what's the downside. I mean, the downside is that you need a server, but yeah. But it means the clients only need to talk to one guy, the server. So they only need to trust the server. Yeah. And I mean, people need to go on a server anyway, right? If we talk about if we talk about that we have an online lobby, it's a backend which does the matchmaking, quick match, and so on, buddies. then we have a server, and then we can say, okay, we also have some cheap servers there. Yeah. Let's say this is not just an interesting, this is a great idea. Yeah. Yeah, maybe he could link to the spa thing, like this, let's say, can you link the reference implementation? Yeah, this would be interesting. This, I really like this. Sounds really good. It solves a lot of problems. Yeah, maybe not. Okay, let's see if it compiled. No, it did not. Oh boy. Win main for crcdiff. So that didn't help. Subsystem linker options. Hold on. Where did we copy it from? Here. Ah, we didn't set it. Yeah, that's stupid. I just realized now it's just setting a variable, but it doesn't do anything. We need to say crcdiff private and then this here. There we go. Do we need this one though? Let's open the DSP. No, it looks like we just need this here. Let's do it also in lowercase. Let's remove this one here. Maybe it's not necessary. Let's remove this. Keeps the same main. Let's see if that is necessary. Let's see if crcdiff compiles now. Yeah, I really appreciate that idea. It's really good. Really good. Okay, let's see what else we have here. What about this one here? Faction GUI can show just one super weapon type in command shortcut. Right. It seems to me that the main limitation here is that currently each faction can only have up to 11. Yeah, regardless of how many, it would be great if it could be changed. Arbitrary, yeah, but arbitrary means that you need then an infinite high screen height, right? Or you stack them next to each other until the screen is filled with special powers. Yeah, this could mean that only one special power shortcut needs to be defined for all factions. Why? It would be great if it could be changed so that instead of any arbitrary amount of special power shortcuts can be defined, including, for example, those from buildings captured from another faction. And it would simply display as many of those that are in use as will fit on the screen, be that 11 or some new higher limit that makes more use of modern resolution. In theory, this could mean that only one special power shortcut command set needs to be defined for all factions. Not sure. But he's right. If we added two more to USA Air Force, which can't fill all 11 slots in theory if it had enough gen points, general's points. It could fill 11. And then 2 more with super weapons. That would be 13. That doesn't quite fit. Well, we can just raise the limit of that. Yeah. Yes, we would need to raise that limit because Air Force General can, in theory, unlock 11 powers, and with 2 more it would be 13 over the limit of 11. Let's say indeed we would need to raise that limit because Air Force General can in theory unlock 11 powers, and with 2 more it would be 13 over the limit of 11. Yeah. Okay, let's see what this says. Oh, it builds crcdiff. Look at that. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Got it figured out. It's great. Good. So we have subsystem console. And then let's put it here in this one as well. And there we go. Let's try this one more time. And let's start with the next one. I have confidence that this passes. How about we try the... let's try the debug window. Whatever that is, I have no idea. Let's see. Debug window. So there is a res RC2. Res RC2. Okay, so we have a res debug window. We got that. Okay, it's called debug window, but it's not a very good, not good name. Debug window. Down here, debug window. It's an unholy name for an application. It really is. Okay, let's delete all these. And we are looking at... let's do them by hand. So we got this one, CPP. Then we got this one, .h and .cpp. And we got the dial, that's exports. Okay, dialog.h and debug window.h and debug window.cpp, and there's a def which probably is some exports, right? How do we do that? No, it's not exports. Debug window. I don't know what we do with this def. Let's see what's in the DSP. Oh, there's another RC here. Okay, maybe, oops. Maybe it should be this one. Debug window RC here. What about the def? Let's look into the DSP. Release and debug. Def. Is it opening a def file? Let's see. Def. There. Debug def. Maybe we just add it here. Maybe that just works. Yeah, let's put it here and here. Like that. All right. And I assume we don't need these things. Hopefully. Target link options. Let's remove that. Okay, that looks pretty clean. There we go. Okay, let's see if that builds. No, it won't, because we are missing here the, what is it? Debug window. There we go. Good, let's build it. Okay, let's see what other conversations we have here. Sometimes formation group members do not follow the group. Yeah. Is it specific to members of a group? I sometimes have an individual infantry unit randomly stop in its tracks when, say, ordered to capture a tech building. Not sure if that's related. Yeah, maybe I should have captured a video here instead of image. But I guess this works. Yeah. What is this? Subroutine. Okay. Okay. What is this? My Raptor, don't attack my stealth fighter on airfields. Good, let's see if it has compiled. It did not. Timing tests. Huh? Didn't we fix it? Hold on. Ugh. Timing test. Well, maybe the problem is that we need to put this... where is it? That we need to put this one here. We can try it. Timing tests, let's see. Timing tests. No, it doesn't have it here. Strange. Okay. What is this problem? I think this was copied over from the Thyme repo. Yeah, as the problem is that I'm not the author of this. Someone else is. I only copied it here. But we can revisit this, I guess. Yeah. It's still not compiling. Fatal error, syntax error. Oh. Okay, so I realize timing test. Oh, I just realized there we have an error. Let's try that. No. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah. All right. Yeah, let's go back here. Close. Is it done? Oh, debug window. Unresolved. Okay, what is this? NAFXCW. Okay, what is that? Subsystem Windows. Debug window. What is it doing? It is doing. It's linking. There's no link here. There's nothing. There's no lib or anything. Why is it complaining then? MBC type. Well, looks like we need another search, web search. Okay, but at least we got the other one solved, so that's good. Let's open a new window here. Yeah. Man, how can these people write so many things? What about this one? Define this one. Okay. So that means we should have a target link options. Target link options. So it looks like we can also write it like this, by the looks of it. Okay, so we put here compile targets, compile definitions, crcdiff, private, and then this one here. Yeah, let's see. Let's see if that works. What was it? crcdiff? No, debug window. Oops. Well, move this and move it here. Let's stop this. There we go. Restart. Okay. What is this here? Is this already a pull request? Yeah. WS pop-up, WS visible, being the only flags equals no border. Currently set to only trigger if both -win and -no border are set as launch params. Can simplify it down to just one of that's preferred. Yeah. Yeah. No border. Application is borderless. If not application is borderless, then add these frames. Okay. Yeah, it looks promising. Yeah. Token. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 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 Okay. Did it compile now? No, it did not. Debug window. What did we add to debug window? The AFX. Ah. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's try it again. Good. Let's already start with the next one. So we have the debug window. Let's try. How about we take compress? Compress. Yeah. Oh, that looks simple enough. Let's take our this one. Compress. Put it in here. And that one is compress. Compress.cpp. And it is compress source. Put it down here. Boom. Compress. There we go. There we go. Yep. All right. So this has no resource, and I think we don't need this thing here unless it needs a console. But we will see. So this has finished. Yeah, that has succeeded. That's great. The debug window. Did we actually add it? Hold on. Yeah, we did. And so now we have the compress. All right. Compress. And I expect it doesn't have, well, we need to check. Compress DSP. That looks unsuspicious. Console. Okay, it does use this one. And debug. Yeah, okay. So then let's do here. We take this one and we put it here. Compress, put it there. Remove these guys. Win32. And compress there. And I think that's it. Let's see. Yeah. Maybe what we can also do is we sort these guys here by alphabet. So compress somewhere here at the top. OPQR, so that goes behind. We edit goes here. Word builder goes somewhere to the end. TO USTUY debug particle. I think there's probably a shortcut here to automatically sort, but it keeps our mind sharp. image particle. I think that's the right order. Yeah. Good. Let's see. Okay, so there's compress. What about the next one? Babylon. Oof. Babylon. Autorun. Oof. Mangler. Mangler. Okay. There's two. There's Mangler and Mangler test. Here. Okay, did it compile? No, it did not. Lib base type. Aha. So this one does need a, let's see. It does need this one here. Yeah. So we say here compress private and this. Let's try that. Okay, so here this Mangler looks a bit more complicated. Let's do a copy of the GUI. Yeah, let's put it in there, the Mangler. So this one has two CMakes, two projects. So it looks like we need to, first we delete this. Let's see, what does the Mangler contain? The Mangler takes wlib, wnet. Okay, what does the other one do? Mangler tests. Oh, DSP. So that one, oof, it also takes all these. Mangler test. Mangler test CFG. Kernel, blah, 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 blah. GDI 32. Console. Mangler tests. I'm not sure what's going on here. Mangler tests. I guess here it simply includes this as a library, and yeah, maybe we do it like this. I have an idea. Oh, this one still fails. Fatal error. Compression. .h. What is compression part of? Compress. Compression. Compression. Isn't that in game engine? Compression? Let me see. Codes, game engine, source. No? What was it? Libraries. Ah. No. Compression. Let's try, hold on. Which one is it that's failing? Huh? This game engine device that is failing? I'm a bit confused. How is this happening right now? That's weird. That is extremely weird. Yeah, somehow compression now fails. Why? Huh? I don't understand. Like, so it's it's built this. But what is it building now then? It's building compression.h. Huh? Compression. Compress here. I'm not sure. I don't understand from which tool it comes from. It's really not obvious. It looks like it doesn't come from any tool, but then what is this part of? I don't understand. Is it? It's building the CPP. And tools compress. Okay, I'm stupid. Right, tools compress. Okay, and compress.cpp. Okay, so we are missing some include directory. Okay, that's simply enough. Don't panic. Tools compress. Let's look at the DSP. So the include is libraries, library source. Huh? Library source. Oh. That's retarded though. Library source. Hold on. Codes, libraries, source. Compression. But we have a CMake here. Compression. We just link against compression. We say target link library. Here, this one. Compression. There we go. Compress. And I think we can remove this. Maybe. Let's see. Until, of course, there's the next error. Yeah. What's the time? 2 hours exactly. Okay. Maybe we can make a break after we're done with compress. Take a break and then continue afterwards with more. Yeah. I think I have an unholy amount of things open here. Let's close that. Yeah. There we go. Okay, there we go. Game engine and still error. Fatal error. Okay, so we do need to include that bullshit. Okay. I see. Okay. Then we do that and that. And that, I guess that works now. Unless there's another library that needs adding. I am really not a fan of this going up libraries. This should be better here. We need a difference. Yeah, but we can make improvements. Yeah, I guess. compression. So OmniBlade, he wants to flatten all the source files to lowercase names. I find this extremely risky. Well, not risky, but uncomfortable, because I actually do really appreciate the camel case names. And I hate everything lowercase because it's so hard to then see, okay, what is this actually? So I will be advocating against lowercasing all names. We do, of course, need to, maybe there could be a reason for, like, if it's lowercase, then make the first uppercase and stuff like this, but making everything lowercase makes it so hard to read then. I don't like that. Okay, we still have an error. Cannot open include file. Compression. Compression.h. Okay, so how is this compression? Hold on. So we have libraries, includes, lib, no? Ah, we do need to include source. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's retarded. Okay, so we need to include source. Okay. Well, there we go. Okay, let's look at some other stuff here. Let's see. Numbering add-on. What is this? Is there a plugin or program that can automatically number buildings or units, especially aircraft? When the building is completed, it gets numbered automatically. Is there a plugin or program that can automatically number buildings or units? This doesn't look to be a... This is a question that there's some program. Remove all the labels. Invalid. Not a feature. Close as not planned. Yeah. He's asking for a plugin or program. This is not the place to ask for such a thing. So there's that. Yeah. Okay. Still not building. Okay. Here we have missing something. VSN printf. What is that? I mean, we know what it is, but what is it requiring? VSN printf. Why is this unknown? That's surprising. Yeah. I think it's just a header. That's weird. Error. VSN printf. In compress.cpp. Huh. Man, why? Codes, tools, compress. How difficult can it be to build this compress tool, which has one single CPP in there? What is it doing? Okay, so we have the source and the includes. We insert it to. MBCS. Maybe that has a, there's also Z prefix. Oh. Yeah. Okay, let's add some compile time definitions. Target, compile time definitions. I wonder, do we just add it there on top, or does it need stored shared target? Oh, okay, that's good. So we need compile time definition. Hold on. Compress. CPP. Is it private or public? I don't know. I can't tell. Maybe it's private. So Z prefix and this one, MBCS. I don't know if that plays a role. Let's put it in front. So we're looking at compress, private. I don't know if that fixes anything, or we can try. I don't know if this one is Windows specific. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, what else is here? Debug doesn't matter. Console doesn't matter. Ah, subsystem console, we should put probably back in there. Let's do that. Oh, that's it. That's the wrong one. Ah, Jesus Christ. Oh, what happened? Compress, there we go. So how about we take, we already have it. Okay, no, never mind. Never mind. Okay. Error, VSN printf. Oh. VSN printf. VSN printf. What is the requirement for this? I don't understand. Debug. Oh, what is this? Ah, it does include some alien file here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I see. Good, then we do the same bullshit here. It's not great, but I suspect that this will work. Yeah. Let's see. I think we can probably remove this one. Maybe. Let's see. Oof. What happened? Embedded character. Oh, right. Wrong slash. Yeah. The good old Windows slash. I appreciate that the CMake makes an attempt to give us clarity of what the error is, if we just look closely. Okay, maybe there's a good chance that this works now. Let's see what this one says. Oof. 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 Is this written by hand or with AI? Let's see. Greetings, General. A few days ago, I published a rousing call to unite around the newly released source code, blah, blah. Excitement skyrocket, yeah. Discord is buzzing. We have heard questions about 1.05, reflecting on our first call, uniting under one repository, open source spirit, respecting the original game, should keep the feel. In other words, we don't want to introduce random balance changes or massive overhauls. Open source collaboration, patch 1.04 and code alignments, which includes the update Steam and workshop support, stability fixes. The answer is they're different. The older 1.05 was a fan-led project that built on top. I think everyone understands this. Well, not everyone. Yeah, it's different. Yeah. We have discovered that the open source drop provided by EA matches 0 hour 1.04, which with certain additional changes reminiscent of their new patch. Yeah, Visual Studio, blah, blah. Okay. Audit sheets. So he gives like a documentation about things that have happened or that will happen, or call to action, shouting from the rooftops, merge your success. Pull request is always good. Documentation, yeah. Netcodes, look forward, modern rendering, yeah. Critical fixes, goal, actions, maintain, fix, document, outcome. Goal, actions, what? Multiplayer quality. Start tackling mismatch, desync issues. Integrate anti-cheats. Yeah, well, that's hard. Common netcode pitfalls, fix them incrementally. Yeah, always test your changes. Community members in multiplayer sessions to confirm stability improvements. Yeah. Well, I think if you can verify the fix in single player, it's typically good enough. I don't think you need to test everything in multiplayer, unless it's like something that requires multiplayer, then you need to test in multiplayer, right? But otherwise, you can perfectly test the stuff in single player. It's okay. Yeah. Coordinate with gen-to-gen patcher. No, I don't think so. Outcome, more reliable online experience without rewriting large chunks of the engine. Targeted fixes. Yeah, for the start, targeted fixes. And I guess later in the project, there probably will be some bigger touch-ups. But we can also be graceful with these things. Like if we replace a system, what we can also do is we can just put an if-def around it and say, okay, this is the classic one. There's the interface, and here we have a new interface and a new functionality behind it. But then in CMake, we put a toggle, use legacy system, use new system. So there's like a graceful upgrade to the new system, but you can still like go back to the old one. We can do that for certain things. So yeah, I don't think it's necessary to like throw out big things if we can just keep them with a switch easily. Modernization, yeah. Cross-platform, I think that's a big thing. x64 is a big thing. Yeah. All right. Keep the momentum going. Yeah. Okay. So did it compile or not? No, it did not. Still. Wow. What are we missing? So we have these files. We have this one. It looked so promising. What is missing? VS. What header does it need? Let's see. What's the required header? stdio? What is the header? I don't understand what the header here is, because they always put multiples. Here. No. So it is an stdio. Okay. Then let's see. Compress, edit, crcdiff. I mean, it translates to the same thing. VS and printf. Why is this? I don't understand. VSN printf. Which line is it? Let's see. Man. Here. If and def debug. Release log. VSN printf. So this one is not found. But the stdio is here on top. Man. Okay, how about we copy paste that into search? That is strange. That is really strange. I don't see anything that is close to that. It's like general issues. No one ever had this. Here someone has it, but that's Chinese here. Okay, let's ask a friend ChatGPT. I have a CPP file with includes crcdiff, but let's put this here into that. But but a call to VS and printf will cause error undeclared identifier. What is wrong? What is wrong? You're encountering this error because VS and printf is not declared in the Visual Studio 6 standard library. Oh. But then hold on. But this is a 6 project. Okay, then let's how about we say target compile definition compress private VSN printf equals that. Maybe that works. Let's see. Maybe we put it with hold on. Put it into Windows thingy here. How about we say cmake check VS6. I probably need to ask ChatGPT. Define here also. Okay. How do we check for VS6 in cmake? Let's see if it compiles. It did. Okay, that worked. That's great. MSC version less than that. Okay. Okay. Then we put here this and put the compile time definition, put it down here. Oh, hold on. If less, and then we have an end diff here, and there we go. VS6. Okay, let's try that once more. That's quite tricky. Okay, that has succeeded. That's amazing. Then, yeah. So what we have done now, we have put CMake script for version update, which is really small. Timing tests, also small. Texture compress, very small. For the mangler, the mangler we haven't done yet. That just contains GUI edit. Okay, we will do that. Image packer, that one, yep, is done. GUI edit, we just removed there the comments. crcdiff, yeah. Compress, yeah. And yeah, did we forget anything? Version update, timing test, texture compress, image packer, GUI edit, crcdiff, compress. What about debug window? Huh? Where's debug window in here? Huh? Why is debug window not in here? I don't understand. CMake is here. Because it starts with debug, right? There's probably here some git ignore somewhere. Here. That does this shit here. Yeah. Maybe, can we maybe release this entire thing? What happens if we just comment this whole thing out? Hold on, let's put it in here. Yeah, that works. So now we have this here. I don't know why this is here. If it's not needed, build output folders. What is this? Ignore runnable folder. I mean, we are not building in here. we cannot do this because we ignore what's in debug window and here what's in profile. They're two legit folders. Oh, the repository contains pre-built libraries? What? Codes, game engine. Huh. Okay, how do we deal with this here? The star is a problem. Okay, I think for now we just put this and debug. Yeah, and then we need to replicate the same change for the other git ignore in generals. Generals and it doesn't have this there yet. No. Okay. Okay, so we just have it here. Okay, that will work. Let me write a message. These need looking at profile will ignore the profile folder. Where is it? Libraries, source. Here we ignore the generals MD source profile folder, and the other one debug will ignore this one. And now I sent it. My gosh. Debug will ignore the tools debug window. Yeah, so this approach is not correct. It's ignoring the wrong things, which is not great. Okay, so for now we have it like this. Yeah, good. All right, but this looks good. Let's already stage this. Da, da, da. Okay. Okay. All right. The mangler not yet. That one still needs work. Okay. But we got these tools. Maybe we put an update here. Notifications. Let's go to repository. Okay. Now also got CMakes for compress crcdiff debug window, image packer, texture compress, timing tests, and version update. Good. Then we take a break. Well, actually, I think we can already push it in this session. Why not? Yeah, let's take the same list here that we just had there. Let's compile once more to make sure that things are generally correcto. Okay, so we're looking at this list here, and add this and this and this cmake, or let's say add cmake for smake, cmake for this and this and this and this. Okay, we got a little bit of stuff done. Let's see if it compiles. Looks promising. Let's commit this. Let's double check it once more. Looks good. Good. Yeah. Commit. All right. And then did I submit to the correct branch? Why does it say blade cmake? I think it's correct. Push. Yeah, it's on my, yeah, it's just confusing. Yeah. Good. Blade. Okay. Good. Yeah. Let me also give pushed okay. Good. I will take a break now, and then afterwards we continue with the next things. Yeah, still a few things left here, but let's try to get the easy ones first and then get to the harder ones. I think Babylon is maybe a hard one. I don't know. I have to see. Mangler. Let's try Mangler next. Yeah. Okay, I'll take a break here. Wish you a great day or night. Until next time, goodbye.